World War III has never been closer than it is right now.
There's too much water in that kettle. And now the lid's on crooked. And that means disaster for this lady. Because she is on a boat. Don't boil a kettle on a boat.
Saxon.
I think Mr. Saxon is exactly what this country needs.
Vote Saxon!
Hello, welcome to Late Night with Jason. And we've got a guest for you. And he's on my show. Again, welcome back, Robbie Williams. Robbie, how you doing? Do you want to help choose your socks? Pink. You're going to put your pink ones on. I'll ask you some questions. How about that?
It's not exactly Graham Norton, is it?
While China's growth has been strong and steady for a generation, the country's future expansion will almost certainly be limited by the fact that there is a finite amount of space on the planet Earth, and that it will likely be centuries before China develops the means to travel to other habitable planets and expand its sphere of influence beyond our solar system. Unless China's space agency invents the interstellar propulsion technology necessary to expand the nation's reach to planets in distant star clusters, then the end is in sight for China's boom times. For China, the party is almost over, likely leaving the nation with economic, military, and cultural dominance over just a single celestial body, and leaving the vast majority of the galaxy, and indeed the universe, sadly and humiliatingly out of reach for the once unstoppable economic juggernaut.
But of course we do know that one of the best ways to boost their incomes is not only to get into work if they're not on work already, but potentially to work some more hours, to get upskilled, to get higher income. But of course the local welfare grant that was given some time ago now by central government to local councils is there for them to use as well. I'd love to hear about which farms in his constituency are short right now of people being able to pick tomatoes or lettuces, because I have to say it's probably about as rare as I was about to say. I'm just about as rare as how successful he would like us to be. Well, what can I put? What's the best way to say? Oh, I had a great one, Mr. Speaker. I don't know, gold at the end of the rainbow. Perhaps he believes in fairy tales. He certainly doesn't know how the food supply system works. He jumps on a bandwagon and he must be embarrassed, and I hope that his constituents reflect the fact that he knows nothing about how their daily lives are affected by this.
World War III has never been closer than it is right now.
I've soared with the eagles, and I've slithered with the snakes, and I've been everywhere in between. And I'm going to tell you something right now. There's one guarantee in life, and that there are no guarantees, yeah.
Economy set. 60. Economy set. 60. Economy set. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Yes, there is. What is it?
There's nothing wrong.
Is it still this thing about the bins?
No, it's nothing.
Look, I haven't fixed the blind yet because I haven't got the right bit.
I don't care about the blind.
I know we haven't been out much lately, but what with the village fete and the gymkhana and tank school...
I don't want to go out. You said anything about going out?
Look, you know I apologised to your mother. And, you know, that infection. I mean, it was entirely... had nothing to do with... it's not even a problem anymore.
Will you stop talking about that? I know it isn't.
What? Ah, right, yes. this again. Look, Helga was just an old friend. Apart from that one, technically it was just a warm greeting. Look, I never even give her a second.
Will you shut up about that? We're through with that.
Well, I mean, I'm not smoking again.
Who said you were?
I don't know. I have the odd cigar.
I know you do, it's fine.
You think I'm fat, don't you?
I think nothing of the sort.
Yes, you do. You think of me more as a blob of man mush than a proper man. I can see it in your eyes when we make love.
You're not fat.
I haven't touched a drop since last weekend.
I know.
You drink more than me anyway.
Shut up, I know I do.
I didn't walk the dogs. I didn't walk the dogs.
I walk the dogs.
Okay, and...
It's fine. I like walking the dogs.
Oh, God. Okay, the large envelope in the Hoover bag drawer is something that I found by the old Ford, and I was appalled by its contents, so I left it there so I could work out how to dispose of it responsibly.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. Mow the lawn. Haircut.
What?
Bad breath.
Oh, my God.
Oh, something to do with Iraq. I didn't buy you any Belgian fucking chocolates this week, is that it?
No.
Ah, so there is something. Will you please just tell me?
It's this house.
What about the house?
It's too pokey.
World War III has never been closer than it is right now.
It's annoying when sometimes someone hasn't heard of Juilliard. Because then I just have to politely explain to them that it's a big deal. They're like, oh, what's Juilliard? I'm like, it's just, one of the best music schools. They're like, oh, music? My niece plays violin. I'm like, yeah, she wouldn't get in.
Americans, why do you believe assault weapons must stay legal? So I can defend myself against the woke mob and their vicious cardboard signs. If the founding fathers had semi-automatic rifles, perhaps they would still be alive. If you ban assault rifles, they'll become taboo, and then we'll want them even more and in a sexual way. I don't know what else to get my wife for our anniversary. I've put too much thought into my manifesto to turn back now. Assault weapons create lots of good jobs, like trauma ICU surgeon, personal injury attorney, and substitute teacher. I heard the cops take you to Burger King if you shoot up a church. I love Burger King. How are we going to teach kids to survive gun attacks if there are no guns to threaten them with? Is there some other way to get ice off my windshield?
To lead a government-wide effort to make sure we are positioned to deal safely and effectively with the objects in our airspace.
World War III has never been closer than it is right now.
One of the questions I had to ask myself this year was, do I want to have a baby? Because I'm in my 30s now, which is crazy. My skin looks amazing, but I have to decide soon. And what I realized was I do. I really do want to have a baby one day. I just don't want to have a boy. And I know you're not supposed to say that, right? You're supposed to say, as long as they're healthy. But I would rather have a sick girl. Swear to God.
The secretary, the woman who wrote up Schindler's List, couldn't type with more than 2 fingers. Did you guys know that? Think about how many people she could have saved if she had learned how to type.
Wherever you are, I'll bring Avon to you, because you should see what's new. Makeup. You never look so good. Yeah. You never smile so good. Jewelry. Things never gleam so bright. Fragrance. Never smells so right. Have you seen Avon lately? You should. We never look so good.
World War III has never been closer than it is right now.
I got pulled over 2 weeks ago. When the cop came into my door, he was like, do you know why I pulled you over? And I said, yeah. It's because we're meant to be together. And then he just kept flirting with me, and he was like, let me see your license and registration. I was like, why? You want to know where I live? Because it's close to here. And then he just kept flirting with me, and he was like, do you know how fast you were going? And I was like, whoa, why are you so obsessed with me anyway, officer? Wow.
World War III has never been closer than it is right now.
This video has been brought to you by Well Prepared Terrier 2023.